Sixers fans, welcome back. I'm making this immediately post-game. I just want to talk about Game 3 of this series we got. Sixers win 127-111. The shitty city of Atlanta is absolutely done in this series, and it's the Sixers in 5. That's it. I'm done. I'm not going to play this game anymore. Sixers in 5. Let's talk about it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, join the family, join the community, do all that. Let's talk Atlanta basketball because it's a joke. You know what? Coming into this series, I'm excited. I liked the Hawks team. I hate Trae Young. I've always hated Trae Young. I think Trae Young's a joke, and I think he is borderline disgraceful to the game of basketball at times. But you know what? Whatever. I'm cool with that. Play your little corny game of basketball the way you want to play it. Whatever. You know what? That's not all Atlanta. He's a good ball player. He plays the game well. He just plays it a little corny. Whatever. Okay? Not even that. I like Bogdan Bogdanovic. I love Danilo Gallinari. I like Clint Capella. I like John Collins. I like a lot of guys on this team. I love Sweet Lou Williams. Nate McMillan, I'm a big fan of. So I like the Hawks. I'm looking forward to the series. I'm looking forward to how the Sixers are going to match up against them. I think it's a good matchup, and I think it's a fun series. Let's go. And tonight, it really it dampened my mood because the fact that an entire fan base realizes how shitty their basketball team is compared to the opposing team, that they're going to not only cheer for a guy who is the best player on the other team when he gets hurt, but they're going to absolutely erupt. It is the only time they had any opportunity to cheer because they were getting pooped on all game long. And the fact that they literally erupt when Joel Embiid gets hurt and starts limping is an absolute disgrace to basketball. And not only do they do it once, but they do it twice. Dear the city of Atlanta, I hope to God that you never win a championship in my lifetime because you simply do not deserve it. Other cities and other fan bases deserve it more than you do because that is a human being. I don't give a shit how you think about that guy as a basketball player. You absolutely never do that to no matter who it is because it is a human being. This is more than just basketball, ladies and gentlemen. This is a guy's life. This guy puts everything he has into this game of basketball. This is his job. This is his career. This is his way to come into America and actually make money and be able to survive and be able to provide for his family and generations to come. And you have the audacity to absolutely root for this man when he gets hurt. It's unbelievable to me. It's unbelievable to me. Nothing I enjoy more than watching the Philadelphia 76ers, who are a superior team to Atlanta, in every single facet of the game, completely step on their throats all night long. All night long. The fact that Tobias Harris played the game until there was 0 seconds on the clock, despite us being up by 20, up by 15, up by 16, is beautiful. I absolutely love the fact that we not only showed Atlanta that we are so much better than them in every way of basketball, but we did it for 48 minutes. Dear Atlanta, the Sixers have won this series in 5 games because there is no way that you can disrespect a guy like that. That's unbelievable to me. This is more than basketball, and the fact that that's the way you approach it is disgusting to me. It's literally disgusting. Now let's talk about the game. Joel Embiid, hurt, broken, literally walking on a leg, sometimes 0 at times, is the best player in this series. Joel Embiid at 50% is better than anybody Atlanta has had on their team, maybe in their franchise history. I'm watching the game and I'm texting my brother and I'm thinking to myself, Joel Embiid might be the greatest Sixer I will ever be able to watch in my lifetime. There may never be somebody else on a Sixers that will ever be as good as him. He is a unicorn. Not only is he that, but he is the most dominant player in the NBA. I get it. He's not the MVP. That's cool. Whatever. He is the most dominant player in the entire league. The way he plays this game of basketball, there's nothing, absolutely nothing the Hawks or any other team can do to stop him. He will absolutely get his every single time. Anytime he wants to. He'll get it. That's just who he is. He's the best offensive center of all time. Maybe. There will be a debate one day whether or not Embiid is the greatest offensive center of all time. I think Embiid has the chance to be a top 3 center in the history of the NBA by the time his career is done. Injuries included. I don't care. And that's how good Embiid is. Embiid's peak has a chance to be right up there, one of the greatest peaks by a big man of all time. And he is on the Sixers. And I am appreciative and I am extremely grateful to the fact that I get to watch that man put on my city's jersey every single night and just be better than the opposing team. Ben Simmons played phenomenal. Ben Simmons has turned Trae Young into just a good player. He has taken him from the villain to the first round. Oh, big bad, muscle jack Trae Young. Oh, he's so good. He just exemplifies the villain. He comes into New York and he single-handedly dominates. Game 1 against the Sixers. Oh, it's the Hawks in 5. Trae Young is the man. He's the best player. Let's every media outlet only talk about Trae Young. What else is there to say about him at this point? He just got shut down. He had the emptiest 28 points in a game I've ever seen a player have in my life. Ben Simmons turned Trae Young into just another dude. And it's awesome. Not only that, but Ben Simmons dominated offensively in the third quarter. He scored, 11 points in the third? Just whenever he wanted to. He just went up and scored. Just dunked. Euro stepped his way in. Tough bucket after tough bucket, just playing better than the other team. Ben Simmons had his way with anybody on the Hawks. Gallinari, Bogdanovich, John Collins. There's nothing they can do. There's nothing Atlanta can do to stop Ben Simmons. And it's a lot of fun to watch. I love watching the Hawks just get pooped on because at this point, I think they deserve it. They deserve it. They deserve nothing but to watch their team just get blown out at home. But Trae Young's got the Hawks back in the A, though, right, guys? You don't want to come back into the A, right? Yeah, right. Because you guys are really good. The Hawks are so good, right? Just a level of outmatched and outclassed that just the Sixers constantly do to the Hawks is just, it's beautiful. After the first game of the series, everyone's freaking out. I confidently sat here and said Sixers and 5. I've been Sixers and 5 since the beginning of the series. It just happened that we lost the first game of the series. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The Sixers are so much better, so much superior, and just so much more dominant than anything Atlanta has to offer. The best player on Atlanta is somebody who has been an absolute ghost in the last 2 games because, we just have Ben Simmons. And, what I'm really looking forward to is this offseason or after the playoffs, and you see some people talking shit on Ben Simmons, as they always do, because, casual NBA fans. And I just want to see a Hawk fan say something about Ben Simmons. I think Hawks fans might be the biggest Ben Simmons supporters at the end of this playoffs. They're going to start being like, hey, don't talk smack on Ben Simmons. He's not bad. Completely has taken Trae Young out of the game. Trae Young is afraid to play basketball. And Trae Young just cries and complains and is just so disgusting to watch basketball because the only way that guy can score is to just manipulate the rule book. And, I used to think Joel Embiid was a guy who flopped, but at least he gets fouled when he gets hit and when he flops. At least he's getting hit. At least there's contact. Trae Young creates all of the contact that occurs on him. That's the thing that just drives me to the wall. Trae Young, every time he runs down a pick and roll, he stops, shoots like this, throws his back against Matisse Thybulle behind him, who is not trying to make contact with him, and gets a cheesy call. Only way Trae Young was ever able to score. And it's just, that's not how basketball is played, first of all. We need to do something about that to the referees, to the NBA officiating, because that's not how the NBA should be played. And we should not be rewarding somebody who is outwardly playing the game of basketball incorrectly and is literally having an offensive foul every single time that man gets to the line. It's infuriating to me. I just feel like the refs tried their damnedest to take Philadelphia out of the game. But Philadelphia is just so much better than Atlanta that there's no shot. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can have DeAndre Hunter in the lineup. You can have Cam Reddish in the lineup. I don't care. You can have prime Joe Johnson on this team, and you guys are still out in 5. There's nothing Atlanta can do. I mean, I have some notes. I feel like I just went on a rant a little bit. But, yeah. Last thing, I just want to talk about Embiid again. Because, he's pretty good at basketball. One thing that has been so impressive is his patience and his passing out of double teams. I mean, he had 8 assists tonight. And he found Seth Curry open for wide open 3 after wide open 3. And Atlanta continues to just slowly double team him. That Embiid just makes the right pass. And he's patient. And he takes his time. And he just makes a spot on pass. And it's a splash city from there. Atlanta has no answer to Tobias Harris, to Ben Simmons, and to Joel Embiid, and to a point Seth Curry. It doesn't matter. And that is the reason why Atlanta's cheering when Embiid goes down, because they realize they have no shot. They have no shot to winning the series if our best player just can't play. That's the only way. Literally the only way that can win the series if Embiid is out. And that's just, it's embarrassing. If I'm a Hawks fan and I'm at that game, it's just embarrassing. Not only does your team get shit on, but you have the audacity to root for another opposing player's injury. But the thing is, only Philadelphia fans are the ones that get shit on. Only Philadelphia fans are the ones you hear about in the media about how terrible the city of Philly is, about how terrible the fans are in Philly, but you won't hear a damn thing about Atlanta. It's disgraceful. It really is. And I got frustrated watching the game because that's not how you treat other people. That's not how you treat other human beings. That's not how you act. There's just a level of humanity that just Atlanta just did not show tonight. And it's a shame that's what I have to talk about following a great game, following a great Sixers win, is just the disrespectfulness and just the disgrace that the city of Atlanta showed tonight. We finally have fans back in the buildings, and this is the way Atlanta is. No. They don't deserve success. They don't deserve to see their team win. I'm glad they have Trae Young and not Luka Doncic, am I right? Because, wow, they fucked up there. So, let Atlanta fans simmer with that. Let the series draw out. Hopefully it's Sixers in 5, we're the better team. We're the better team. And Atlanta knows that. And, all right, see you Monday, guys. Peace.